Hi there, my name is Laura Wilson. I'm a student physical therapist, and today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the female pelvic floor to include the muscles, reproductive organs, and bowel and bladder structures. There are four main functions for the pelvic floor, and they are to support the pelvic organs, act as a sump pump for the pelvis, bowel and bladder control, and sexual function. Let's get into it. So this first structure here is the rectum. It collects and holds your poop until it's time to release it. The next structures are the bladder and the urethra. The bladder is a muscular organ that expands like a balloon when it fills with pee. So when it's time to empty it, the muscles of the bladder relax and allow the pee to pass through a tube right here called the urethra. These are the female reproductive organs. We have the vagina, the uterus, the fallopian tubes, and the ovaries. The vagina is a muscular hollow tube that extends from the vaginal opening here to the uterus. The uterus is like an upside down pear-like structure that's strong enough to accommodate a growing fetus and help push a baby out during labor. The upper corners here are the fallopian tubes, and then these round oval-shaped organs here are the ovaries. The ovaries store, produce, and release eggs into the fallopian tubes, otherwise known as ovulation. So, getting into the pelvic floor musculature. This first layer here is the superficial layer. It's the layer that's closest to the skin, and its main function is sexual arousal and sexual function. This hole right here is the perineal body, and I once heard a lady call it the Grand Central Station because a lot of structures park here. Structures like the bulbocavernosus, ischiocavernosus, superficial transverse perineum, and external anal sphincter. The ischiocavernosus moves blood up the clitoris during arousal and causes an erection. Yes, women can have erections too. The bulbocavernosus also moves blood up the clitoris, closes the vagina, and it plays a big role in climax or orgasm. The superficial transverse perineum supports and stabilizes the perineal body. And then the external anal sphincter is responsible for closing that anal canal, like kind of the butthole area, in order to prevent any feces or poop from releasing involuntarily. So that's the first layer. The second layer is the middle layer, which is just deep to the superficial layer. And again, here we have the perineal body, like the Grand Central Station. Below that, we have the deep transverse perineum, which supports the pelvic floor and the perineal body. The compressor urethra allows closure of the urethra, and then the urethrovaginal sphincter provides closure to the vagina and the urethra. The third layer, which is the deepest layer, consists of a group of muscles called the levator ani. They consist of the puborectalis, pubococcygeus, and iliococcygeus. Together, these muscles form this like U-shaped sling and provide support for the pelvic organs by doing kind of a lifting motion. So your puborectalis moves the rectum or your butthole forward, which increases that anorectal angle, which just means that it's just helping your poop to stay in. And it also helps draw the rectum into the pelvis. The pubococcygeus and the iliococcygeus also provide support for the pelvic organs. So you can kind of see in this structure how everything is aligned. This is the sacrum down here, and then the layers. I hope this video was fun and educational, and thank you very much for listening.